Hello YouTube, my name's Nero, and today we use some Call of Duty Advanced Warfare to another episode of DNA Saturday, which is the weekly series here on my channel where subscribers send me in DNA bombs. That was the Cray class we're going to be using throughout the entirety of this video. If you guys wanted to go back and pause, get a good look at that, you can, but keep in mind I will be talking about Cray class throughout this video. This one, ladies and gentlemen, if you're like me, when you watch this gameplay, you're not even really going to focus on what's going on in the gameplay. You're going to stare at the gun in this gameplay. You're like, there's no way. There's no way. This is a never reload DNA bomb. There's no way that's going to happen. So throughout the entirety of this gameplay, the first time watching it, this is probably my third time now, I was watching it the whole time. I'm like, did he ever actually reload? Did he ever actually reload his weapon? No, he did not. It's actually really interesting. So what we got going on here is a game of domination here on the map Terrace, running around with right now the ARX, and now it's going to be the EM1. And basically what we got going on here is a DNA bomb where the player never actually reloads. Now the player goes by the name of Peaceful, which that name may ring a few bells for some of you guys, especially fans of DNA Saturday, because he was actually on last week's episodes of DNA Saturday as well. So he's featured 2 weeks in a row. Little two-piece here. It's definitely kind of nice to see that. But yeah, this gameplay is great. I love watching this kind of stuff. Here's a fun fact. It's actually kind of an old school fact, and this is going to be a cool moment, I think, for some of you guys out there who have been around on my channel forever. So 3 years ago, back during Modern Warfare 3, I did a series on my channel called Moab Monday and another series called Moab Friday. Basically the same thing as DNA Saturday here, where basically we would, subscribers would send me in Moabs from that game, and I would upload, 2 of them a week, one on Monday and one on Friday, right? And the most successful episode of that ever, which keep in mind this was about 3 years ago, was actually a Moab where the player did not ever actually reload. I remember it specifically. I think it was Domination on Bakara. And God, that was an ugly map. Bakara. Talk about your greens and your grays, man. Bakara. Ugh. But yeah, he did on that map. It was really interesting to watch. It was so cool. And you'll see in this gameplay, you're going to see a lot of the same stuff that happened in that video. Stuff like this, where he's only got 8 shots left in this AK-12 he picked up. So he's really got to pick his shots. He ends up getting the kill right there. He's completely out of ammo. Refuses to reload whatsoever. So he runs up there to pick up a gun. There is no gun. So now he's running around with 2 guns that are completely empty. And every second, his gun's trying to reload for him. He's like, no reloading. He just keeps on switching his weapons or trying to sprint to cancel the reload. It's really interesting. He just can't seem to find a freaking weapon, which is hilarious to me. So he ends up getting this kill right here, picks up the Ball 27 Obsidian Steed variation, mind you, and he ends up getting that, and I was going to go get some kills with that. So it's definitely a whole lot of fun to watch this gameplay. Super duper fun just to watch this. Like, it's one of those things where you watch how he's having success doing this, and it's interesting to watch. And it looks like it's intense. Like, every single little thing seems like it's intense, and it always makes you want to play Advanced Warfare and be like, you know what, I'm going to never reload in this match. I'm not even going to try for a DNA bomb or something. I'm just never going to reload. And then you're going to try it, and you're going to do it pretty bad as a result of that, but it looks like it's a whole lot of fun, right? It definitely looks like it's a whole lot of fun. We're going to fast forward here to the second half of the gameplay because there's a halftime right there. And who wants to watch the entire halftime? We're actually just going to skip past that and get right back into it. So, of course, he has his original ARX class here, which I guess we have time to talk about the class. This is the original class, but keep in mind, it's not really a big deal what he's got for his class because ultimately it comes down to what he's doing with the guns. The fact he's never reloading. So he's using an ARX, he's got extended mag, and he's got grip, and he's got stock. Pretty good setup, I gotta say, but for me personally, I would swap out the stock for a red dot sight just because I like the red dot on the ARX. I like the iron sights on the IMR, but for me, the ARX, I like to have a red dot sight on there. In terms of perks, pretty basic stuff, man. He's using low profile, blind eye, blast suppressor, and he's got scavenger on there as well, which scavenger ultimately is not going to be helping him at all in this gameplay because he doesn't need any of the ammo or anything like that, of course, so because he's constantly switching. He's never actually reloading, so he goes through the one magazine and then he switches weapons, right? So ultimately, scavenger is not really helping him here, so it's kind of sounds weird to say, but I guess if you were to actually try to have a never reload gameplay or something like that, you should definitely swap that out for something probably like toughness or something like that, because of course you're not actually going to need scavenger. Here we are. He ends up waiting for that guy to go kill his teammates so he can go swap up there and get his gun and then fly away and running around this AK-12. That was just definitely kind of interesting how he plays it when he has literally no ammo left on him. He doesn't have a secondary on this class, keep in mind, but he ends up getting a DNA bomb right there. I thought it was awesome to watch, man. I thought that was a whole lot of fun to watch. It looks like it's a whole lot of fun to maybe try, but I know I wouldn't have fun if I tried this. I would just get confused, and I would get frustrated at the fact that I can't find guns on the ground, or I'm just getting shot all the time, or things like that. So it's definitely a pretty cool gameplay to watch. He ended up waiting towards the end of the gameplay to actually call in his DNA bomb, because he has a friend in here, and here's a spoiler, his friend and him are just dominating this match, right? They are just dominating the entire lobby. They are getting all the kills. His friend actually got a DNA bomb. He's got a DNA bomb. They are just dominating so hard in this lobby. that it looks like a lot of fun. It looks like he had a whole lot of fun in this lobby, which I haven't had a lot of good lobbies like that in Advanced Warfare here so far. But when they do happen, it is definitely great when you and some friends just go through and you just tear through all the people in the lobby. It's just so much fun. That's what Call of Duty is about, right? Just having fun, shooting people up, kicking back and relaxing a little bit, right? And he definitely did that in this gameplay. Let's go ahead and take a peek here at the final score. The final score of this gameplay: 80 kills and 10 deaths. That's crazy. 80 kills and 10. Then you look at the fact that he has a friend in here, Cameron AW, which that name rings a bell. I believe he was on an episode of DNA Saturday as well. He's got 89 kills and 8 deaths. So basically, they combined for 169 kills and 18 deaths, which is just crazy, just absurd. Everyone else's team was bad. Everyone else on the opposing team was bad. It's great, man. It's one of those awesome lobbies that you can sometimes get into, and they definitely took advantage of it by getting some awesome scores put together, especially if you call upon the fact he was never reloading. Like, imagine how many kills he probably could have gotten if he would have actually just reloaded and used the ARX the entirety of the gameplay. Probably could have did some crazy stuff, man. Just looking at that. 2 players that maxed out the scoreboard, 9,999 score. Definitely a whole lot of fun to watch. And kudos to you, Mr. Cameron, and kudos to you, especially to the player, Mr. Peaceful, for actually sending in this gameplay. So I hope you guys all enjoyed this week's episode of DNA Saturday. And if you did, please be sure to leave a rating where you guys feel it deserves. And if you guys would like to submit your gameplay for next week's episode of DNA Saturday, watch the video that's on your screen right now. You can click the annotation or click the link to it in the video description. Either way, it'll take you over to that video, and you guys can go ahead and check that out. That video will tell you everything you need to know about submitting your stuff for DNA Saturday. It's definitely very helpful. Now let's go ahead and talk about Mr. Peaceful's YouTube channel. Mr. Peaceful, of course, is a returning guest here on DNA Saturday. Like I said, he was actually featured on one of last week's episodes of DNA Saturday, so he's a returning guest back-to-back weeks. Definitely some good stuff there. You know he's definitely going to be a good player. If you want to check out his YouTube channel, over there he basically has a lot of different gameplay style stuff. Basically, his stuff is all really high caliber gameplay. A lot of it's DNA bomb related. He's a gameplay channel above everything else. And what you can usually expect from his stuff is towards the beginning of the video, he'll say, "Hey guys, what's going on? My name's Peaceful, and this is what's going on in the gameplay." Then he cuts to some music, and you will basically listen to music while watching the gameplay. I understand gameplay channels may not be for everybody, but that's what his channel is. It's a gameplay channel. If you want to go there and you want to listen to some music and watch some DNA bombs and watch some 100+ kill gameplays, things like that, that's what his YouTube channel is. And he might be a channel for you, depending on what kind of tastes you have here on YouTube. He actually ended up hitting 100 subscribers after his feature last week for DNA Saturday, so it's definitely kind of cool that he ended up hitting 100 subs. He made videos thanking everybody for 100 subs, thanking me, and thanking some other people that he have featured him on their channels. And so he's a nice guy. He's definitely a nice guy. Go check out his stuff if you guys haven't already. Definitely some good gameplay over there if that's your kind of thing. So I hope you guys all enjoyed this week's episodes of DNA Saturday. And if you did, please be sure to leave a rating where you guys feel it deserves. Hope you guys all have a wonderful day.